Growing up as the youngest sibling was never easy, considering both my siblings are 14 and 12 years older than me. But at the time, I thought it was the coolest thing to have, just because I had something that all the other kids didn't have, and that was siblings that could drive me around, hang out with me 24/7, take me shopping. Pretty much, I had my own personal babysitters at all times. But when I was growing up, I got more lonely just because they moved out, but by the time I even hit middle school, they were gone. And that made me wish I either had a younger sibling or I wish that there was two of me. And little did I know there really was two of me. My name is Nicole Patrick. I graduated from Mason City in 2016, and I am originally just from Mason City. I plan to graduate from Nyack in 2019 in the spring. Once I graduate Nyack, I hope I land a job out at Prairie Ridge, which is the rehab facility here, because I really love helping people. But for now, I work at Ricky's and Sevens in Clear Lake, and I absolutely love it. Now that I'm older, I have decided to go by the last name Lee, not Patrick, just because everybody in my family has the last name Lee, and I'm super close with my family now, more than I've ever been. So I just think it would be nice to have the same last name as them just to feel more complete. I'm a lot closer with my family now just because, like I said, my siblings were 14 and 12 years older than I am, so we did not get along up until maybe I graduated high school, just because the age difference was so big, and it was hard for me to relate to them, and it was harder for them to relate to me, which wasn't a big deal. But now we were super close and we hang out all the time. They do have a different dad than I do, but their dad treats me as his own, and we have never acted like we are half siblings. We are all super close, and I'm super close with their dad as he is to me. When I was growing up, I wished that there was two of me, like I said, or I wish I had a younger sibling, just because it is really hard to have siblings that are twice your age, because you wish that they could just stay with you forever and you can all go to college together and whatnot. And little did I know, there really was two of me. The thing that really impacted my life, I was 16 years old and I was super sick. I was a sophomore in high school, and I did a lot of testing with my health and nothing ever really came back, but personally I knew something was not right. Long story short, they found something in me and they thought it was just a tumor in my ovaries, which they said it was a huge deal, but it is something to be cautious about. Well, when they opened me up, it was my identical twin, and it is called a teratoma, and it is a 1 in 40,000 chance of having. And pretty much it's you are in the womb, and your other person, your twin, couldn't get its particles right or something. I don't know. I'm no medical expert, but pretty much I absorbed her particles because my mom was not able to have both of us at the same time. And so as I grew, she grew with me. Yes, it was a girl, we know that. And she was supposed to be identical to me. So she grew inside me right here for the longest time. And when she came out, she was about that big. And it was a huge impact on my life, just because at the time it was super scary to me, because I had no idea what was going on, and I was sick of being sick. And I just thought, and I've never heard of something like that. So for a long time, every time I got sick, I really thought I thought the worst. But now, when I talk about the story, I think it is the coolest thing to tell people, and it's because you never hear about it unless you watch Grey's Anatomy, or it's one of those shows. My future plans, like I said, are to go work at Prairie Ridge, just because I love helping people. I've always wanted to be a substance abuse counselor or something in that field since middle school, because helping people makes me feel better, and I love giving out advice to people, and I love being that person that people can come to for anything, just because we don't know how people are behind closed doors, and if I can make one impact on someone, that would just be awesome to me. I've had a lot of crazy experiences in my life, and I'm only 20 years old, but with those experiences, they have made me grow as a person, and they've really been eye-opening, from absorbing my twin into having siblings much older than me, into learning about the mindset of people with substance abuse issues. It has made me into a way better person, and I've grown up so much from it, and I can't wait to see where the future takes me.